So yeah, I was not expecting this news at all today. Check it out right here. This is official, by the way. This is from Focus Entertainment. Your duty is not done. We're pleased to announce that the development for Warhammer 40K Space Marine 3 has officially begun at Focus Entertainment at Saber Games and Warhammer. I suppose the good news is that it is, of course, the Space Marine 2 developer, but a lot of you guys are probably like, hey, what about Space Marine 2? Don't just up and abandon this game. Now, they did have some comments immediately about that, by the way. They go on to say this right here, if I could scroll down. We'll share updates on the new title when the time is right. For now, our focus remains on delivering the best possible content for Space Marine 2 players. Focus Entertainment also released this press briefing as well. Check it out right here. Now, they talk about Space Marine 2 a little bit, but here's the quote. We have been honored by the incredible response from the fans following the launch of Warhammer 40K Space Marine 2. We will continue to support the game with exciting content and regular updates in the coming years. Today, we are thrilled to announce that the adventure will continue with Space Marine 3. Players can look forward to an immersive campaign, a multiplayer mode, and innovations that will redefine the standards of third-person action games. Developed in close collaboration with Games Workshop, Warhammer 40K Space Marine 3 will take the genre to new heights by introducing large-scale battles that are even more spectacular. That sounds absolutely badass. This comes from the CEO of Focus Entertainment Publishing, by the way. Furthermore, they say this, Space Marine 2 has proven to be a transformative game for Saber. It is the culmination of everything we have learned about game development in our 25 years in the business. We are now starting to develop Space Marine 3, a game that carries with it tremendous expectations from a rapidly expanding fan base. While we'll continue to support and grow the Space Marine 2 universe over the coming years, we will take all of our learnings and apply them to an even bigger and more spectacular game for the third installment. We view this as an opportunity to create a true love letter to the Warhammer 40K universe, said Matthew Karch, CEO of Saber Interactive. Holy crap, so the massive battle sounds really, really cool. I am extremely curious about that one, and I'm also curious to see if they're going to go all in on like PvE only this go around, or if they're going to do like the same thing where it's a mosh pit of modes between PvE and PvP. We'll see. Now, a lot of you guys also mentioned you would like to see something like a Warhammer Battlefront. Would you guys like to see epic scale battles in PvE, and then that translates to like a Battlefront type experience in PvP? I am totally down for that, by the way, but we'll see what happens with the next Space Marine. So it sounds like the content isn't just going to come to a halt for Space Marine 2. In fact, you're seeing like the brand new operation being added into Update 7, which I played early through the public test realm for Space Marine 2, and it is quite the operation. Let me tell you what, it's going to be one of the best operations in the game. But anyway, moving on, there's a sentiment within the Space Marine 2 community, though, that we just do not need a Space Marine 3 right now at all. In fact, a lot of you guys want to see Space Marine 2 last for like 5 years or be kind of like a forever game, and I completely get it. They could kind of basically build off of this as a platform if they really, really wanted to. They haven't mentioned anything about a year or two about Space Marine 2, which I'm kind of worried about, and I hope that they start talking about potentially what we could be seeing in year 2. Now, of course, we know Games Workshop, they've made comments about hunting around for a new Warhammer project, and yeah, Space Marine 3 is definitely going to be the safest bet. Now, we have this right here. Success of Warhammer Space Marine 2 changes everything, Dev says, and yes, there are ideas for a Space Marine 3. And you know what? You guys know the ending of Space Marine 2. There were some teases to the Necrons, and a lot of players wanted to see a Necron DLC or expansion for Space Marine 2. Now, I think that they're going to reserve the Necrons for Space Marine 3 because it is a huge undertaking to make an entire faction, although I have to say it would be really badass if we just saw very big expansions for Space Marine 2. But yeah, it seems like they have bigger ideas around the Necrons just beyond an expansion. They really want to have a fully fleshed out story arc related to the Necrons and introduce them in an absolute badass way, it seems. So let me know if that sounds cool to you guys. And you got to remember one thing. This is really, really important. Any games that go into development right now would be developed for the next gen, like PlayStation 6, the next Xbox. So that's one thing that they're probably also considering. And yeah, I can only say that Space Marine 3, by the time it releases, it's going to be absolutely crazy looking, considering how Space Marine 2 already looks, because this engine is just absolutely amazing with what they have been able to pull off, and it runs very, very well as well. But yeah, by all means, definitely let me know what you make of this news, and I'm going to go over your top comments right now from my previous Space Marine 2 video, so let's do this. Remember, leave a comment down below. It can end up right here in a future video. So yes, I posted a recent video. Check it out on the channel, by the way, about what you're seeing right here, basically Update 7, the new content. We're getting Space Wolves, we're getting a whole rework with the weapon perk system, and of course this brand new beautiful operation. Yeah, there's some amazing vistas in this operation. But anyway, here's some of the comments from you guys. It says, looks awesome, but I still don't understand why champion skins can't be split into customizable parts. I totally agree with you on that one, especially when it comes to things like Space Wolf. You know, also I really, really wish that the Space Wolves cosmetics, I thought about it more, was beyond just the Vanguard, and you know, you can actually apply that badass Vanguard customization option to, of course, your like assault. Tactical is just my absolute go-to. I always play tactical. I just love the feeling of playing with the chainsword. But yeah, anyway, I really do wish they can like evolve that system, but it seems like right now it is what it is. All right, so next up, we also have this one right here. I'm pretty disappointed with some classes and the prestige perks. I was really hoping for one perk for the assault that would give you an extra jump. Most of them are bad design in my opinion. Tactical go, some good ones though. And I really hope that once you reset to level, you can still use your old perks, but we shall see. Oh yeah, I missed this comment. Also, the Emperor protects, but yeah, I hear ya. A lot of those perks were very like passive. I want more active perks when it comes to that prestige system, and even like new abilities. You know, that'd be very, very cool and give a real reason to really keep going through that prestige system. Also, we have this one right here. It seems like a lot of you guys were somewhat disappointed on this one. I heard about this also on the subreddit. So Imperial Fists are getting shafted like the Salamanders, just a champion and maybe one weapon skin. But people are also very, very excited for Space Wolves content. Let me tell you what, I wouldn't mind to see like a story arc, an entire game around the Space Wolves. That's how much I love their aesthetic. Like, they are just absolute badass. They're like the Viking Space Marines, you know? But anyway, there it is. Thank you guys so much for watching. And let me know what you think about Space Marine 3. Totally blew me away, this announcement. But stay tuned for more, and I will see you all next time. Take care.